what was happening, the hedge trimmers, when I switched them on to cut the hedge, started up okay, but then it just lost its power, would come up again, lose its power, sometimes it would stop altogether. And I thought, well, the only thing that can be going wrong, hopefully, is that unit. Nothing seemed to be wrong with this, but it's the electronics. But yeah, I've just got to take all this off now and fit the new unit. So wish me luck. Hello and welcome to the show. This is Paul and Kathy for Freshwater Diver 1 with the Plus. Hello everybody. So today, how to replace the electronic module on this Bosch hedge trimmer, because the new units, a new hedge trimmer, this particular one, which is a 65-34, 65 centimeters long. Okay, I don't know if you can see that there. The 65 centimeters long. And yeah, it was going to cost £399 plus to buy a new hedge trimmer the same. The part itself, I think, works out at £67 there. Okay, and I have stripped it down already, so I just need to fit the module. And as you can see, there's a good few wires on this. Thankfully, because the sheet online didn't show these terminals, but it's got the terminals fitted, so I don't have to worry about that. There's even a switch there, micro switch, which I have these anyway, but yeah, it's already attached. So is that chocky block. And there's another little, I thought it was missing because there's a little cable here. Where does it go? It plugs into, oh, somewhere. Okay, so that cable's there though, so nothing's missing. It's the same unit. Okay, that's the old one that's defunct, and that's the new one. Okay, so some of the things I'm figuring out, yeah, we've got a white, looks like an orangey red, and there's a yellow cable underneath, and there's a green one there as well. And it turns out there's a rubber grommet here, so I need to find out where that rubber grommet is on the original one here. But those are the colours. So you got the orange, white, yellow and green, and I'll have to write down on a piece of paper where these are, which terminal's going where. Now that curly bit there is over here. And it's not just a curly bit, it's got a ferrite. Okay, it's got a ferrite there. That's to stop interference spikes on the power line from the mains. So yeah, there's that curly. Yeah, that's it. So that is that, guys. It's difficult doing this single, with one hand. But so the mains is going into here, the brown and the blue, and it's the same colours on there, so that's easy enough. Switch, well, there's the switch, guys, so that just has to get fixed in there. That should be loose, I think. Is it? Yes, it is. Yeah, so it's just a case of pushing it down. But I'm gonna have to get the motor out, and yeah, the starter there looks all good. I can't turn it around right now, but I had it round before and everything looked fine, and the brushes are good as well. I'm just going to put that back when I'm done. But that's one cable off. I'll clean these. I've got contact spray cleaner, so I'll give them a good spraying. I'll use a cotton bud actually because they're quite fine. But yeah, so see you in a tick. Okay guys, these are all my tools. I've got my contact cleaner, I've got things from repairing phones, or my own phone and wife's phone, when we replace the batteries. So you get these little plastic kits which are great, and I've got the micro, screwdrivers, cotton buds for cleaning the terminals on the armature and stuff there, and I've got my colours written down. Okay, that's those there, and I've just been going through the wires, making sure I know where everything's going. That's done. Did I mention before I've never worked on one of these before? Okay, I've worked on the replacing batteries on the cameras, on the smartphones and stuff. I've done that, and I've done it on the dash cams. Dash cams are very, very delicate. I wouldn't recommend, there's videos on YouTube that make it look easy. I didn't find it easy. Very fiddly, and I suspect this will be fiddly as well because of the spring-loaded brushes that go on here against here. Getting them back on is going to be the tricky thing. But here we go. Now then, I've spotted there's a black cable coming on here as well at the very top, and there's a red pinky one here. Right, let's get that written down next. So those are going to be there. I'm going to say there and there. Okay, B for black, P is like pink. Okay. So I'm just going to get these. Maybe I'll get pinky off. I haven't released this side yet for the armature, but oh, that's one off. Okay, so I can get the black one off. I can see there's a little. Is it clipped on there by that? I don't know. Might need to get a little fine pliers next. Now I don't want to put pressure on the brush there. Put my finger in between if I can. I might have to, just to get the leverage. Where's the cable? Right, let's look at the cables. It's a black one. No, it's just a, yeah, it's just an ordinary connection, so it should come off easily. Yeah, it is just tight. Okay, it was just tight. So these cables, how are they being held there? Because they're not coming out. All right, it's like a SE-shaped thing. Right, I get it. Okay. Need the pliers again. It's quite tight, the connections. Yeah, that's come off now. That's fine. Yeah, just tight. So the yellow one released. I've got the orange one done. I'll go for the green one. I've got various. I've got my little yellow ones, and I've got my spring-loaded. So, but I think you can see what's happening here. I've got to be careful here because there's a winding. See that winding? There's a winding coming off the motor here, guys. So you don't want to disturb that. There's one on the other side as well. so probably all 4 sides. You need to be very careful. If that breaks, basically you're finished. You'd have to get a new one of these. So really, if I get these little, unclip these, I just use my fingers if I can. I don't want, that's it, yeah. Unclip that, that's that. Get that yellow one off. So the yellow one will have to go down first, okay. Now interestingly, I'm looking, that's a metal tab going down which will be pressing against for earth, I think. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It might actually fit into something, I don't know, I hope not. But, it's just another fiddly little job. I think you get the gist of this, so I'm just having to take these, unhook these wires. Okay, so they're held down like so. It's like a chicane kind of thing. Can't do it single-handedly, so well, that's the idea, guys. Okay, I'll see you in a tick. Okay, so I found out where that rubber grommet's from. It fits in there. Alright, so that's the rubber grommet that was on this cable here on the new one, and then the cables fit on top of the armature here. Don't know if you can see this, but I've got some leaves and it looks like there's been a spider in there, so I'm just going to vacuum clean that out, guys. No, I had a little brush somewhere. I can yeah, there we go. So let's get all that muck out. Just get some spray down those contacts. And now what? Oh, that was one of the brushes coming out. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to spray some. And that contact on the side that I was talking about last time, I wasn't sure what it was. Just going to give that a spray as well. And maybe go down the side just slightly and gently. Okay, and get the where's the new contacts on the new cables. Just get that contact cleaner on. Don't use WD-40, you've got to use contact cleaner, guys. It's all to do with the ions, positives and negatives. Have a study online on that one. Contact cleaner, why? It'll tell you all about that. But always use contact cleaner if you can. If you have anything corroded, like maybe one of these terminals might be corroded, don't use anything like wire wool or scrub hoods. There's a fiberglass pen. Most model railway enthusiast shops sell the fiberglass pens, so use those for getting rid of any contamination. This should be alright, right? Okay, ready to put the new wiring harness in. Hopefully it'll go smoothly. Yeah, so I'm just keeping the existing unit in there and putting the new one on top, and I'll try and work these wires around, guys. So that rubber grommet, I think it was, might have to look at my drawings as to where these wires are actually going, but the rubber grommet was down, yeah, was it on there like that? I don't know. No then. Well, the grommet was actually loose, in fact. switch. That's the switch, guys. Okay. That's going down below, like so. Okay. Right. They go around there. So this might take a little bit of time sorting these wires out, but they all go up there like that. Okay, I'll come back to you in a tick. All I'm going to do here is take the old unit out. Guys, it's not the easiest thing to do, getting these wires in place. Just got to push them into the slots behind. Okay, hope you can see that. I'll check my photos before I do anything else. I've still got the little brush to put in. Flat on one side, so it'll be going like that. Okay guys, so the one thing I want you to be aware of, these terminals, if you notice, the white one's easy to see. You've got you can put them in either way, but the better way, I think, is where the grips are around the sheath on the white cable. It's on the left hand side. Okay, same for the green, and on the opposite side with the orange. Okay, I've got the sheath is pointing to the right. I think that's the right way to do it. I'm not sure, but I like it that way anyway. Brushes are easy to replace, very easy. Just, we'll see that, or watch that in a moment. So I just need this black piece here to sit down. Yeah, I think the brushes are getting in the way a little bit. Hold the spring back so the brush gets pushed back. See what's wrong. Yeah, I've forgotten to clip some of these wires onto the back, like this white wire here, guys. I'm forgetting to clip them on. That's why it's not fitting. It's the back as well I need to sort out. Now the other thing I found, I'll just take the camera off, guys. I'll just show you this. Remember, I'm not a professional. Okay, this is the first time I've done a hedge trimmer. See these black, this black frame here, it's got 4 legs on it. Okay, 1, 2, and the other 2, plus that metal contact there. But these were, one of them was going on the outside here, so I had to get it back, lift the black frame up and put it down like what you're seeing here. Okay, so just check that. If it's not going down, I've got it down now, and I've just got to press it back like that, and I can put my brushes, okay, these little fellas, make sure they're the right way around. Put those little brushes back in. Once I get this spring here, see the spring? And then that'll press it against the armature. Okay, so that spring comes out. I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so sorry I can't film this little bit at the moment. Okay guys, that's the brushes in. Right, so next thing is this mains cable here guys. So there's a little tip, I've already sorted these out, but there's a little something I want to show you. Where's my cable gone? Okay, okay, so with cables, once you've stripped, okay, use your teeth if you want, but okay, let's just strip that cable. I just want to show you something. A little tip here on mains cables. Twist the wires around, of course. Sorry for knocking the camera. But don't just put it in and tighten, you know, so don't just put that in and tighten down. You want to bend that so you double the thickness. Doesn't just give a bit better grip, but when you clamp down on this, you'll be clamping down somewhere around there. Okay, so you've got a knot at the end here which is going to stop that cable coming out, if you see what I mean. So that's all I'm doing here. Okay, that's blue to blue. This is UK. And that's never going to come out loose. And then brown to brown for us, so it's live. Brown's live for us. It's been different colours in the past, but so there we are. So that's that powered up, and I think these. So this little wire's next. And there's a little slot. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's a little slot there where the cable's to come out of. Come on through. Okay, I'm just gonna have to bend it like that a bit. Oh, got it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. That's it, guys. And that plugs into that little socket there. Into that little socket there, guys. How's that? It's a one-way connector, so you can't go wrong on that. Except I did. I've got it the wrong way. Come on. There we go. Great. That's that on. All I have to do now, yeah, this board, it slots in. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a slot there where it slots into, so you push it that way to slot it in, and then it just drops down at the front there, and that is that bit. Right, so I've got to put the rest of the body on, guys, which is basically just putting screws on. And of course I've got the blades fitted on first. Actually, I'll do the blades first. I've got 2 bolts that go through here. So there's 2 bolts that go through, okay. They're just in my little jar there. So I'll see you in a moment. Chocky block presses onto those connectors there, guys. Or pins, I should say, whatever you want to call them. But, if I can get them on. Once again, this is all down to watching, you know, taking pictures and copying. That's it. Right. Nice. And repositioning these cables down. That's it. That is all spots on there. Okay guys, so this is just the next fiddly bit, is just getting this other side of the hedge trimmer put down without breaking anything. I don't think anything will break. It's pretty substantial build, this. So I'll see you in a tick once I fiddle about with it. It's just a fiddly job, guys, that's all, the whole thing, getting the wires in place. Okay guys, so having a bit of a job getting it closed at the top here. Okay, it's not quite closing, and yet underneath it's all, yeah, it's all fine there. So obviously something's not quite right on the top part here. Okay guys, so I found out what was causing the problem. All it was, see that shiny silver bit at the top here? This is the bearing for the rotor. I just had to lift the whole thing up with my pliers and it fitted together. And it's done it again, it sank down, so I'll just show you this. So all I had to do, just go in gently, just under the bearings, lift it up a little bit. Of course now it doesn't go right, because the bearings are actually housing just in here, just below the green plastic part there, and they're a little bit too low, so I've got to just, that's it, okay, and it clips together, and that is it. Perfect. Right, so it's just that silver bearing just needed to be lifted up, because there's like a housing inside there, if you can imagine it. It was too low, so the plastic components were not allowing the thing to come together. But lift the bearing and it shuts. So all I have to do now, oops, I'm dropping all these screws out. All I have to do now, grease this up a little bit with some axle grease, I think I'll use, and then fit that onto the bottom here, and then close the entire thing up. Right, so I've got this pressed together. I've put all the screws in, guys, and I've cleaned up the blades. Okay, so I've been cleaning these up just using water and fairy liquid, and then oiled them. I use a scouring, I don't know what you call them, the metal scouring pad. It wasn't, yeah, just metal scouring pad to clear the muck off, all the gunk off these blade parts. And I'm just fixing the blade itself onto the armature, etc. So I just press down. That went fine. I use a small screwdriver just to put through here before I put the nuts through, or the bolts rather. Put a screwdriver through to align up the holes, and just tightening them up now. Just got to put the guard on, okay, and then the base. And it's all just a case of screwing these on. What I'll finish up with now, I won't bore you with that bit. The most difficult screw to take out was this one here under the handle, because the handle, remember I've not done this before, but I couldn't get the handle away to get at this screw. So I had to use one of these, what was it, L-shaped gizmos, okay, and screwing it out. When I first started, because of the width of this, it wouldn't engage, so I used just the piece, the bit itself. I got my it was actually my long nose pliers I used. I got it onto the screw, yeah, and then started. Now this is where I found, if it slipped, if those pliers slipped and I was using my finger to hold down, I'd nip myself. So use a pliers, a screwdriver or something else and just turn that around. I'm actually tightening this one because I still haven't got it fully tightened. I think that's about it there, guys. Let's get that out. And that's it. It wasn't bad at all. The wiring, yeah, getting the wiring into the slots where the wiring went, that was, well, just needed a bit of patience, okay, to get that right. So that screw, difficult, but not impossible, that came out. The wiring, getting that right, took some time, and also trying to get this top part to close was difficult as well. And it was just the bearing on the armature that was in the wrong position. I had to lift it up, and then it all just clipped together, screws in, job done. And the only thing to do now is test it. I'll use the term test it again because before I put the blades on, I ran the motor and it ran perfectly. Okay, so I don't expect to be any, hopefully, any problems. Just plug in the power in. Okay, let's hope this goes. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's the Bosch 6534 unit. I'll mention the other thing, yeah, forgetting this label. It wouldn't come apart until I peeled that label off. Okay, just carefully peel it off, and then you can, you know, take the unit apart. It won't stick fully down again, but hey, that label's important because your model number of your Bosch Hedge trimmer's on there. So when you need spare parts, the model number is on there. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I've just got to put the guard on, as I mentioned, and the base of the Hedge trimmer, and we're done. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Okay, good luck with yours, guys. Leave some comments in the or questions in the bit below. Yeah, forgetting all my terminology here. It's on YouTube, but yeah, good luck with yours, guys. It wasn't too bad. Okay, as long as you got the tools, that's the main thing. Okay, bye now. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe.